Okay, I've been struggling. I've been thinking about it long and hard. Um, I've decided I can't wait any longer. I'd love to be able to wait in the 58th court. Just because of the risks with the bridges. I think I can. Maybe I would have to take one bridge check, but I think we're activating the 47th. I think it's going to be more than well, it's going to be at least two or maybe three bridge checks. I think that's what I was trying to avoid. But I think it's too risky to wait any longer. Um, we need to get moving. So here we go. Um, yeah. Okay, here we go. Right, I'm going to move the 901 wire unit. Hang on a sec. Let's just see what this becomes a German bridge. Because there's no allied unit across that, and we're starting adjacent to it. That was okay. And we've got to remember the new rules now. The rules that we backtrack a bit. So when we cross a bridge, we don't need to worry about behind us. Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to move this guy 3 into the woods, and then 5 into the town there at Welland. So we've got 2 bridge checks. Hang on, Grant. Maybe you've avoided that one. That one's in supply. Allied supply. This one is not, is it? No, it's not. See, I know what I'm doing. Okay. That's pretty good then, because if I'd done it the other way, I think if I'd went right for Rochfort, I would have had to check that one still, because this you would have been able to trace. Okay, so that's good. So we've got a not a rowboat check, a bridge check. Hang on, I've lost my Friday books. Okay, so bridge check. Oh, it's a bit dark. I'm covering the light. Bridge check in there anyway. 7. Good. All good there. That's good. And I just noticed he's actually got, from there, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can get adjacent to the Muse next activation. Well, if there's nothing in the way. Okay, so that's the first part accomplished. Now, getting into Rochfort now, I think. Okay, it's up to you. 3 second Panzer unit. So, in here for 1. Bridge check here now. No! Oh, I'm not playing anymore. Oh well, what can I say? I've been away crying into my beer. Okay. Bridge. Demolished. On the approach to Rochfort. Useless second Panzer unit. So what was that? 1 movement point in there, wasn't it? Yeah, well, suppose I'm as well moving on. Now here's the thing again about the victory point hex. I'm looking at that again, and I think I'm looking into something that's not there. I think I had looked at it before in the rule book and the player aid and wondered, and I thought I'd maybe ask the question somewhere, but I can't find it. And I think the intention of that exception rule is if an allied unit is adjacent, but it's still a 5 or 6 hold value hex, you still have to do a roadblock check. I don't think it, I think it, if a German unit's adjacent, I think that's right. I think I'm trying to find rules that aren't there, to be honest. Okay, so moved one into there, so, oh no, if I move into there I'm going to have to check that bridge as well. Am I not? Yep, you are. Well, I'd rather not leave him there, so... he can't roll another one, can he? Okay, let's find out. Oh, I didn't see that. It was in the corner where I was looking. It's a 4. We're okay. However, that wasn't... The other one was the more important one, but... Hey-ho. Okay, that's him. Spent, isn't it? Right, well, we're not getting any Rochford still, and that was my worry about using them to do it. Whereas if I'd been able to use this guy to do it, we wouldn't even needed to check that. And that bridge being blown now could cause trouble for supply. You have to think about that. There's certainly one if we do get in here, nothing else happens, and we do get to move a wee bit further forward, we're probably gonna have to repair that bridge, I think. Okay, I'll look and see what else I'm moving. Okay, infantry here. I'm gonna move him 1, 2, 3. I know he's bracket. Oh, actually, hang on. We've still got supply, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we maybe need to be concerned. Hang on, off camera there. Might be an idea to possibly bring this guy down here to protect us. Yeah, this road could be relevant now. Okay, I'm sure you all seen this, but I missed it. Must be screaming, thinking you can still get in there, Grant. Yeah. Or should I be using that infantry? Let me back that infantry up first. Yeah, because I can, well, even with my mechanised 4 into there, and then that bridge is good. I just wondering if the infantry might be better put in there. Hang on. Yeah, I think it does actually make more sense putting the infantry in. So 1, 2 into there, and then 1 across the bridge into Rochford. Hurrah! Okay. Just wonder if I could have done things better. No, I don't think I could have. I don't think there was any other great. I think the 58 Corps was. Obviously, that would have made things easier, but... okay, and our 2 victory points. So we're up to 30 something. We're up to 31. Okay, let's see where the other guys are going. Okay, I'm going to move these 2 wire units up beside this buddy. So 4, 5 into there. And then the same with this guy. And well, we've done all that. We've got we get this bridge because we've crossed this bridge, And I forgot we also crossed this bridge. It's getting a bit messy in here. So we've got that bridge as well. I'll tidy things up in a bit. So they've all moved, he's moved. The Fuhrer Brigade, I'm thinking it's probably about, because that's a road in there, isn't it? Yeah, that's a road with a good bridge, so you can go 1 and then 5 into there. Yeah, I still need to watch for supply, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to move this infantry unit down in Raconia. 1, 2, 3, just in case. Because with that bridge going, we kind of need to be using this road. Going to bring a second Panzer unit. Strategic move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had thought about pushing them on 8, 9, 10 into there. But I think St Hubert could benefit from a 2 strength unit rather than a 1. So I think I'm going to stop him there and maybe move this guy. I think I might actually bring this guy round here. So strategic move again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Support there. He was 1 strength in there as well. Although we're in the forest, yeah, the whole that Germans exposed thing. Yeah, that was pretty good. Just realised I didn't get a control marker for Raconia. I think that could be about. I don't see main hoofways. I don't know. I think maybe once I get the other units from this corps on, I might be able to. I don't know. I think I'll definitely leave this guy. He's been sitting here for a while in Vilsam, isn't he? He's just hanging out. And I think I'll leave that there. Just protecting that a bit. There's too many allied units around there. Okay, so I think that's it. Hopefully. So nothing else doing, so it's going to be back to an allied impulse. Okay, here's the new card that I drew. Typical, eh? Yeah. Oh well, we've got it now. Allied impulse. Is 8 Corps Division card for the 9th Armoured 101st Airborne. There's nothing to deploy. Is there anything to that's out of contact? Right, let's have a look about. Where are they, if any? Yeah, we've got these guys quite a lot, haven't we? They're mostly down here, and there's one up here. So yeah, I had a look. There's nothing out of contact, so nothing to redeploy. So they're going to try and activate, and pretty sure if a unit is dispersed, that's one of the conditions to activate them. Yep. Just means they'll get to remove his disperse marker. So, well, of course, this is the units down here now that all my units are dispersed here. This is kind of vulnerable, so there might be some action down here, maybe. So let's draw 3 action cards and see what they are. Okay, there we are. None of the offensive ones, but we do have Germans exposed, which might be a concern. Um, anyway, that's the order. So Germans exposed is going to be first. So let's have a looky. Okay, so looking Germans exposed, it goes from 1 to 19. So this is the first unit, the armoured unit here. And situational strength isn't affected by dispersed unit. That was a little bit odd, but so this has got a stack of, is it 4? Yeah, there's 4 in there. So he's looking for something with 2 or less, situationally. This is 3. This is 2, and he can reach. And this is 2. That's 1, and then it gets 1 for the town. So he could go adjacent to this, or this, and knock a step off it, which would eliminate either one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could get adjacent to this, but this is across the river. So yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it's not applicable across rivers anyway. Yeah, that's right. So it looks like he could move to one of these. He's got to preserve the line issue as well. So we'd need to look at that, unfortunately. It doesn't look like there's an awful lot of movement, but so move to weakest qualifying he would be doing. So that's a 2, and then that would be a 2. It's still looking at situational. Hang on. Okay, yeah, weakest. It's in 10.3 as well, the last one. Weakest. The unit or stat with the lowest total situational combat strength. If tied, the unit or stat with a higher selector number. So he's a 32, and he's a 34. Oh dear. Okay, so he could go 1, 2. He can go into this hex or this hex. Yeah, he's got 2 options. And remove a step from that. He's going to eliminate that. So, is the line still being preserved? That's the thing. I'm thinking it is. We've got. Oh, hang on. He's not zone of control on anyway, is he? Let me have a look. And I think. Yeah, I don't think we need to be looking for gaps being created here. This guy moving to here, or where was it I said, here or here, it's not interfering with anything, I don't think. Although this guy's dispersed. Yeah. Then maybe it is. Hang on. The thing with that is, my units are dispersed also. So, and I don't think you consider that. I mean, they can't move at the moment, and that's what you consider at the time. Or do you with this, if you're just tracing communication? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we're not talking about them being proximate or anything like that. We're just talking about them tracing communication, which there's nothing to say they can't do while they're dispersed. The plot thickens. Okay, the way I see this guy can go tracing communication. There's a gap here. Well, in fact, boom. Well, there's 2 hexes that he can trace through here. The same with this guy. and this guy. Well, I mean, I suppose you can include this hex as well. I mean, why you would want to do that, but so there's a sort of 1, 2, 3 hex gap. This guy doesn't exert zone of control, but you can't trace through him. So there's 1, 2, 3 hexes of a gap there. But this guy moving doesn't affect that gap. But what I have seen is if he just moves to here, I don't think there's an issue at all. Nothing's changing. If, however, he moves to here or here, then there's a gap created here because it has move, because this guy doesn't zone of control. At the moment, there's no gap here because he's zone of control in this hex and this hex. As soon as he moves away, there's now a 1 hex gap down here. So I think that means he can't move to here or here. But I still think he can probably go for this guy. Now he can either move to here or he could move to here. Oh, in actual fact, he could move to this hex, couldn't he? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so he can move to either of these 3 hexes round about him. Again, hold on. If he moves to here, that's opening this. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. If he was to move to here, it is though, isn't it? Yeah. So if he moves to here, that's opening this gap. So he can only move to here or here, I think. Oh God, that gets tricky. I think that's right though. I'm pretty sure that is opening a new gap. I mean, I've got to keep thinking that it doesn't matter if it's a kind of irrelevant gap, Grant. It's still a gap. And nothing's changing between these, the gap here. Nothing's changing there. But it would open a gap. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for this. So he's not going to go and expose this guy. He's going to go and expose this guy. Now, he's got 2 possible hexes. We've already said that he wouldn't be preserving the line if he moved to that one. Or we think he wouldn't be. And between the 2 hexes, they're both empty, and he wants to go to the one that takes the most movement points, I think. Or is it fewest? No, the most movement points, yeah. So it would only cost him 1 to move into here, whereas it costs him 1, 2, 3 to move into here. So he's going to drop his IP. Move into there. So move to weakest qualifying gem in unit stack. So that is the weakest qualifying. That one didn't qualify because it was going to not preserve the line. Remove 1 step from the target. So unfortunately this guy's gone. And then if the unit's eliminated, if target eliminated, check for 1 hex advance as if combat occurred. So we've not done that before, so we'll have a look at that. Okay, I've noticed a slight error there, I think. I was forgetting this guy's bracketed down here, so he doesn't exert zone of control here. So this is where this unit was. So as soon as he moves to there, there's a gap. The gap is there now created. I wasn't thinking about him being not exerting zone of control. So it then means that he can only move to this hex and attack there, because that's then preserving the line. There's no gap here. Yeah. So he still does the same thing. He just goes to this hex instead. So I don't feel 100% comfortable about all that, but we need to go with it sometimes. So let's just check the rules for if he's going to advance into that hex. Well, to be honest, if preserve the line's part of the conditions, he won't, will he? Yeah, I better have a wee read of this. Yeah, I don't need to check if he does or not, because one of the conditions is he will not advance if doing so creates or enlarges a gap in the allied line unless advancing into a victory point hex. So again, if my belief is correct that if he was to advance into here, then this guy would then be able to trace through here. Yeah. So I think that's his action complete. Yeah, I think. Okay, so the next guy to check for Germans exposed would be this infantry unit here. The only unit you can reach is this, and yes, it has got 2 strength, but it's in a town, so that one's not a VP town, is it? I need to remember that because they don't get the +1 if it's a VP town. Like for instance, that one there. Don't know if that's off camera, but was it? No. Anyway, that's so. Yeah, so he can't do anything. So back down here again, these two. This unit's dispersed, so it can't move anyway if it did have a target. And this one's outside the selector number. It only goes up to 19. He's 31. So that's Germans exposed done with. So then we've got withdrawal under fire. Okay, yeah, none of the units are in danger or surrounded. This guy's not. The guy up north's not, and this guy's not. And well, he's dispersed as well, so he can't move. So yeah, nothing doing there. The last one is pull back. Let's have a look. No, that's not going to apply either. None of them are out of communication or in danger of surround. So yeah, that's that. So the guy up north, he's still got an IP. This guy down here's still got an IP as well, and this guy can't. I think he just removes his dispersal marker. Yeah, that's right, because you can't actually build an IP if you're dispersed. That's one of the conditions. So he removes his dispersal marker, and that's that. So that's the Allied impulse over. Okay, I've been thinking about this for a while and probably should have played this, I think I'll like assault coordination that much, but this whole day hasn't really been about needing cards like that. And the fact this is a 1 command level lets me play another card, So all this talk of trying to move one of these units, I probably should have done this sooner and used this to activate any one unit. I talked about using a card to do it, but this would have been the card to do it, I think. So I'm going to do this now, though. I'm going to have a go, if not to cross the Meuse, then to get adjacent to it by the end of the day. My plan's going to be, well, this is the guy I'm going to activate. And so I'm activating any one unit. You can only do this once a day. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm crossing this bridge, so that'll be our control now. 3, 4, 5. Or do I want to move the other one? No, I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So my plan is I've still got to activate the 58th core. And obviously I won't be able to do that next impulse, but hopefully the next day in impulse. And then all going well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets me into GA. The biggest one's going to be this bridge check. Assuming there's nothing in my way, that's going to be the biggest challenge there. Oh, sorry about that. Hang on. Yeah, but I mean, there's more than that as a challenge. You've got that bridge, and then, but if we can get to here, well, when we get to there, there's 2 bridge checks, but that's not affecting us. When we get to here, at least we're then adjacent to the Muse. So we've got a chance of releasing the OKW units. And if we do manage to roll for this bridge and for the roadblock, we're into GV. And as long as we can trace supply, at the end of the day, that gives you 10 victory points. So I think it's worth. I mean, I could have used this unit to get to Sellers, but then I take a check there, and I think if I can leave it till my impulse, and yeah, right, I'm going to do that. So that's me. I only spent 1 point as well, so I've got a further activation yet. Okay, I'm going to activate the second SS, and I talked about maybe pulling. I thought maybe leaving one of these guys and take another one, but I think I'll take them both away. So I'm going to bring them 1, 2 out of zone of control, and then 3 into here. So that's going to go away. Don't know how wise that is. That's left an open bit of this guy's bit. I figure some of this can come along now, and hopefully. And the second SS is pretty strong, so maybe bring them down a bit. I think I talked about that. Maybe see if we can get through here a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to have a go at this guy, but hang on, I've moved into there, so there's a bridge here. Right, hang on a second. Is it? No, it's surrounded, isn't it? Yeah, so we can't trace supply, isn't it? Supply. Hang on. Yeah, so there's no allied supply traceable at this hex. Here, though, there will be. Yeah, so I need to take a bridge check for that one there. Okay, that's okay. That's a 5. So we're okay there. So yeah, I'm going to attack all of these. All this is coming across the river. This is straight up though. I think I get to 15, so 3 or 10, I think, yeah. So 13 and 7. Yeah, so that's 20 across the water, so it's half to 10. And we've got an R5 there. So 15 to 3. So 5 to 1, which is okay. And I don't think I'm playing a card. No, I'm not going to play a card. Right, hang on, chip pools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 for elite is 8. So 8 chip pools. No, I'm not going to play a card. 5 to 1. No, okay. So he's going to get to draw a card though. So let's see what he gets. It's not a match. 18 to 29 is artillery. So he's getting artillery. Okay, so he's elite infantry and a broken hex. Oh. Right, how's he got a... Right, he's got a green marker on top of him, so I must have forgot to put the IP under him. Yeah. I think when I was doing it, I was just chucking the green marker on and then saying, rather than you watch me trying to get the counter out. So okay, so he's got an IP on him. Yeah, fair enough. So maximum 8, minimum a 2 chip pool, so I'll get the 2. Well, first chip was bad, second chip recovered that, but I'm having an IP, we need that extra 1 than what we maybe thought at first. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to go to all 8 with you guys. Yeah, I'll get the other 6. Well, there we are, they all apply. It got good, I got attacker elite, only attacker armour. Wood's broken, to be honest, it's okay, I'll take it. And then I almost put this shit out the way, IP crossfire, I'm like, right. And then I'm thinking, oh no, he's got an IP. So that's the first time I've seen that one, I think. Then a defender artillery, it's an A1 rather than a D-, and then we finish off with an RD1. So looks like it's going to be possibly painful. You could consider the dispersing again, but well, let's look at the numbers first. Yeah, so 3 hits each. So we're going to budge them out of there, which is good. So first of all, get rid of the IP. And then, so now we've got 2 hits to apply. He's got 2 steps, so he's going to retreat. I might need to clear some of the chits out the way. I think we can take the combat chits out. You can pause and look at them if you think you want to clear it up a bit. Okay, so he's only got 1 retreat hex because this is going to be in zone of control. So is that. So it goes in here, across the river. So that satisfies another hit. We've got 1 left. And yeah, he's not going to be able to exert a zone of control from there, so yeah, he retreats again. So this time, yeah, he retreats. He's only got 2 choices this time, and that's going into a forest without a road. So he retreats to there. So pushed him way back, but kept his, and he's in a nice wee protected bit really, so we're probably not going to get at him. Although it would be nice to push in here and get round the back of these guys. Right, so that satisfied that last hit. So we've got 3 hits to take, or we could consider the take 1, disperse to soak up the other 2. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the dispersal again. Don't know if that's a good play or not. I wonder what you guys are thinking. I mean, I do have the prime and second SS core card still. So, you know, I could get another shot at them. It's not a great place to be here, really. I mean, I don't know though. I mean, it would let me have another. Maybe I'll pop at this guy. Mind you, he's a 4 armoured unit. It's just that unit that's dispersed on top. So, yeah, no, I think I'm going to take just the 1 hit. I'm going to take the hit on this unit. So that takes 1, and then the other 2 I'm going to disperse the core for that. Okay, and I'll put dispersal markers on them, tidy things up, and that's a spent 4 points, so we'll get an allied impulse. As a quick look at my hand, we had these 4 cards still in our hand. These are the last 2 cards of the day we've just drawn. So that's no cards left in the draw pile. Yeah, so get an allied card, see what they're going to do. Okay, here we go. Allied Impulse. 7 core again. We got them out already, didn't we? Or was it the division card? Oh well. Right, there's no reserves in the that's an expedite. Reserves, there's none. No, there's none for tomorrow either, so suppose that was the units that all came in together. Oh yeah, they might redeploy, yeah. Because they're big stacks, aren't they? So there's a chance that they'll be out of contact, so we might be redeploying them. So we'll have a look. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure something's going to come into Dinant. We've got this stack of 3 armoured units, a stack of 3 infantry units, and then the cavalry units here. So these 2 stacks are definitely going to be out of contact because they've got, what is it, strength. Sorry, hang on. Strength greater than 6, is it? On the wrong bit. No, at least 5 steps or 8 strength points, which both these stacks do have. So both them can be considered out of contact. And this unit here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there is a German unit proximate to him, so he's not. So these 2 stacks are out of contact. So if it's out of contact, if it's in allied communication, not surrounded, and it is the lowest numbered unit in a stack containing at least 5 steps or 8 strength points. So the lowest numbered unit, that's one on top of it, so there's a 4, 5 and a 6 there. I don't know if that means they're going to be left with 8 strength points in there as well. Does that mean another one comes out as well? Is that a creation not surrounded as the lowest numbered unit stack? Yeah, I actually think the other one will redeploy as well if it can, because it's still going to have 8 strength points. Okay, this guy looks like he's moving somewhere else, so let's have a look. Okay, there's the 3 options I can see. There was another one that became surroundable, but I'm pretty sure we can't surround them. Just pan the map down a little bit to show you. Yeah, German units proximate to all them. They're in supply, yada yada yada. So, but oddly enough, although I think this is going to be more anyway, the first one's going to go here because it's within 3 of the unit in the same core. So I think we can take this 3rd armour unit and pop him here. I think that's right. So then we go back, we're still looking at out of contact units. So lowest numbered unit in a stack containing at least 5 steps or 8 strength points. Well, this still has 8 strength points, so my thinking is that number 5 can come as well. And I wouldn't have thought anything had changed. And bear in mind, sorry, this is the line that they deploy, that and north. So the 2 hexes are just north. The other hex I had was here, but it was surroundable, and that's not made a difference. Anyway, look, this is going to be within 3 of the division, and we're not going to be a 6 hold value, are we? So, so number 5 selector of the 3rd armour unit comes into Dinant, which is just, yeah, spoiled their plan, isn't it? Well, I suppose we could have got lucky. They weren't doing this, didn't deploy in there, but hey ho. Okay, so now we've still got another one because these 3 infantry units are 9 strength and 6 steps. So we're going to want to take the lowest number of that, which is the 8. No, that's going to be adjacent, right? On the looks, maybe there's not an option now. Well, actually, that's not an option for 2 reasons. I'm not proximate to it anymore as well. I'd say this one could have been a candidate, but I'm still able to surround that. So I think maybe that's all the options, and there's nothing up here. I mean, most of my stuff up here is all dispersed, so but there's no gaps to let me through. There's nothing, no gap there at all. This is the only bit that we can push up. But 1, 2, 3, 4. That's adjacent. That's surroundable. Nah, I can't see anything else. So I think that means the guys are just going to stay there. But the damage has been done, really. I think there's no rush for JV now, or the Muse for that matter. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but that's 47th Corps, and I don't have it, and I've used the 1 unit. Oh, maybe that has been a blunder. It's hindsight, isn't it? I'm just realising that if I had used that unit to make the move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I would have been in Celis. Oh dear. Oh, that was silly. Why did I not do that? I suppose I didn't want to have to take the check for that yet and get a roadblock, but why not? All that would have happened was I would have got a roadblock, and then that roadblock would now be replaced by that unit, probably. But at least then I can move away from it and still make my dash for JV. That was really silly, actually, because this is a wee gap, this is a wee corridor I talked about where the units can't deploy in there, but I knew there could be a threat of one deploying there. Oh, that was bad. Oh well. Hi all. Well, I eventually came back to the table. I was just so disappointed with this move that it's been hard to come back and sit down and play anymore. What a silly thing to do, eh? I mean, I know after the fact you look at it and say, well, I should have moved to there, but I should have thought about, I should have thought about the possibility of moving the other unit and ending up in Celis, and just considered the options, because just disappointing. It's really kind of spoilt things. I also noticed, I was looking back on some of my stuff. I was talking about this, needing this road now since this bridge is blown here, but the connection, I still have a connection through this bridge, and this road branches up and then through this bridge, through there and then down, so it's not actually that necessary to have that, but I don't think it's a bad thing to have this guy down here, mind you, but anyway. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. Just such a silly move. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I think I'm going to play the 7th Army card. The other consideration with this is to use this for a bridge engineer event and fix that bridge up there, but all my guys are still in supply at the moment, so I'll maybe take my chances with that. Yeah, okay, I'm going to play this card. I'm going to play it for a Kampf group actually, in here. It'll grab these two guys and it'll remove the dispersal. Not great, but you never know. If these guys were to activate again, at least they wouldn't be dispersed. And I think we're going to have a wee try at this guy. So okay, so he's going to go 1, and then we've got bridge checks to make there, haven't we? Yeah, but I want to get round about this guy, don't I? So 1, 2, so once I reach here I've got to take a bridge check for here. Hang on, no. Is that an allied supply? Yeah, it will be. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that is. Yeah. Okay, so bridge check there. Before you got that on camera? Yeah. So okay, that's good. Gonna move this 1, 2, 3. And this one I'll leave it in the town. Probably do like to leave it in the town, I think. Yeah, I was just having a look at, I realised that I might need to watch for supply issues with these guys. There's a lot of broken bridges down here, so, and I think I might have to adjust something. But there's something that came across. When you're tracing supply, you can't trace across an allied bridge. So that's still considered an allied bridge there at the moment. Thing is, if I was here, I'd be able to trace across the river into there and then trace supply. But because I'm there, I mean, at first I wondered, could I class that as just an unbridged river hex? I mean, it's not though, it's a bridged river hex, but it's just not my bridge. And obviously I can't trace it into there because he's got zone of control there, but yeah, just realised it was a bit frustrating because it's an allied bridge. I can't trace just the one across it. At least I don't think I can. The way it's written, it says unbridged river hex. The distance is reduced to 1 hex, but anyway, just something I thought about. I'm going to assume that I can't just trace that one into there though. Which made me realise that if I am wanting supply trace for this, if they do end up being there, I mean, I can trace here, into here, and then this I can trace on this road, but as soon as I get to here, I can't then go into there because that's zone of control. But if I move that guy to there, I think that makes things work. Because both these units, well, the 3 of these units can now just trace on this road, and they can trace into this hex now because there's an allied unit here. And up and around, so I think it makes sense moving that guy into there. Yeah, I mean, also, if I activate these guys again, there's a chance I'll come across a bridge and then surround that guy, so having that guy there makes that happen. So, yeah, I think that's pretty smart. He says after the blunder up at near the Mews. Okay, so we're going to attack this guy. So we've got 4, 7, And then this is half coming across the river. So make it 8-2, so 4-1 odds. 1, 2, 3. So at the moment I've got 4 chip pools, but I think I might be playing artillery. Yeah, I think so. I think we need to get moving towards the end of the day before too much damage is done. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I'm going to play. See that? I'm going to play that for artillery. So that takes my chip pools up to 5. Okay, so he still gets to draw a card, but he's surrounded, so he can't get a defender. So let's draw the card for him. Oh no, it's engineers. Oh, drat. Engineers is bad, isn't it? We're on the 21st, aren't we? Yeah, he's going to benefit from that. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I'm forgetting it's still not good. He gets an IP. For some reason I was thinking he'd get an extra strength. I think that's when you're attacking, isn't it? You get an extra strength point. So yeah, he does build an IP though, so that's 1 extra hit we need, so I suppose it's almost like building an extra strength. Okay. So I can put that card away now. He's got that. So 5 chip pools. So maximum of 5, minimum of just 1. He's got an IP and he's in the woods. So let's get the 1. Oh, there we go, that's a hit. And of course I've now just realised that if he hadn't had engineers, that would have been enough to take him out. Because he would have to... Oh no, I tell a lie, he can retreat into there, can't he? And he doesn't take a step loss. Yeah, because an allied unit can retreat into beside an allied unit, and that avoids them taking the step loss from being in German zone of control. So, okay, so decent start, but I think we'll get the other 4, go to the 5. Wow, would you look at that? Well, I got another D1, that was the second chit, and then look at the next 3 chits. Well, I mean, I'm really glad I didn't have a green unit in the attack, but it would have been nice to have had an elite unit in the attack, because all of them, would have given me D1s, but I suppose having a green unit would have been another beating for me. So, yeah, I think I was hoping for D3 to be honest, at the best, but oh well, that's what it is, so D2. Yeah, 1 for the IP, and then I'm pretty sure he just retreats into there for the other 1 beside that guy, and that avoids him taking the step loss as well. So not terrible for him really. Yeah, I kind of actually feel that was a bonus for him, to be honest. He's in beside the buddy. He's still got an IP in the forest across the river. Perfect, really. Oh well, oh dear. Okay, and then the last part of this activation is going to remove these disperse markers off of these 2 units, 2 stacks, because it was a Synthermi Kampf group. So at least that wakens them up again. Yeah, not all things going very well at the moment, I don't think. Okay, never mind. I've spent 6 points, so I've got 4 cards left in my hand. So, still got a bit to go yet. I can see myself using, I don't know, Can't see too many more attacks though, so I can't see myself getting the chance to use combat tactics. Maybe I should be burning cards on these. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing this all wrong. Okay, I'll add impulse anyway.